Welcome you guys to my Dragon Ball Super episode 55 review. Let's start things off. Pretty much in this episode, we begin with Goku being called to Beerus's planet. Beerus is paranoid. Beerus is literally warning Goku. He's like, listen, dude, don't fuck this up. Because if you fuck this up, because I know how dense, how childish, and how carefree you can be. If you fuck this up, dude, Zeno-sama will destroy everything in our universe. You, me, everyone. And Goku is still all carefree about it. And Whis is like just enjoying, the comedy act between Beerus and Goku. Also during the scene, Whis informs Goku that the Kaioshin, if he dies, Beerus dies. And then Beerus is like so shocked and flabbergasted that Whis would even mention this fact. And he's like, really, Whis? Really, Whis? Really? And Goku's like, man, so all I have to do is just destroy the Kaioshin? That's easy, but that won't be any fun, so what's the point? So after this, you have pretty much, I believe before they leave, I think Beerus says, Goku, you really gonna wear that? Your usual training G, your fighting G to literally see Zeno-sama, really? And Goku's like, what? What else? And then Wiz is like, you know what? I'll just tell him that pretty much since it was so short notice that Goku didn't have enough time to change whatever. So Wiz and Goku head over to the Kaioshin's place, Supreme Kai, because it'll be quicker that way due to the Supreme Kai being there. So they go to the land of the Kais, Supreme Kai's planet, and old Kai and Kibito, much like with Beerus, is saying to Goku, be on your best fucking behavior. And Goku's like, do I look like someone that's have bad manners and such? And everyone's like, yes. And Goku's like laughing, so you guys are funny. So, anywho, after this, we have Kaioshin pretty much teleported with Wiz and Goku to Zeno-sama's house. And Goku, when they first get there, Goku's like, damn, this is his house? And we meet this small, blue-colored, Oompa Loompa lookalike character. Rest in peace, Gene Wilder. And Goku, I believe that dude, he's very polite. And you know how Goku is. Goku is the opposite polite, but he tries his best. So there's plenty of time during that brief exchange in which Supreme Kai has to literally nudge and kick Goku to sort of tone down, his little, just tone him down a bit. So they're walking in this really awesome hall. And Goku mentions to Wiz that this guy is stronger than he looks. And Wiz is like, I'm glad you noticed. This guy is the top 5 strongest fighter of all the universes put together. And he's way stronger than I am. And Goku's like, ooh, that's so great. It's so awesome. And then Wiz is like, hey, but don't even think about fighting him, Goku. Don't even think about it. And Goku's like, no fun. And Supreme Kai just shaking his head like, Jesus Christ, all this guy wants to do is fight. So eventually, we get to see, we enter Zeno-sama's part of his house, and his guards are right there. And Goku doesn't want to play with Zeno-sama. And pretty much Goku's pretty much really informal. He's being straight up Goku. And you have Supreme Kai pretty much I believe he passed out at some point in this episode during this scene because he thinks Goku's fucked it up for everyone. You even have the Zeno-sama's, guards taking offense to the way Goku's manner of speaking to Zeno was. And then pretty much Zeno's like bossing everybody. He's telling Supreme Kai, stop kissing my ass, shut up. He tells his guards, listen, if you guys don't fall back, I'll destroy you. So I believe Goku says he's busy right now, and that after he's done his business, he'll definitely hang out and play with Zeno-sama. So Zeno-sama gives Goku this button, pretty much saying to Goku that whenever you need help, whatever, just press this damn button, and I'll be there instantaneously. And Goku's like, oh, all right, cool. And it was a funny part in which he literally pressed the button when the Xeno's right there already. Xeno's like, listen, I'm already here, so there's no point. And Goku's like, yeah, you got a point. So they leave. So Goku, Supreme Kai, and Wiz, they all leave after that. And what else happened? Oh, Wiz and Goku show back up to Beerus. Show back up to Beerus. And Beerus is like, "Damn, y'all back so soon?" And pretty much Goku says Zenchan, referring to the Xeno-sama, which he started to refer to him when he first met him. After the Xeno-sama pretty much asks Goku to get what should Goku call him and vice versa. So Beerus is so he's like saying to himself, Zenchan. He was obsessed with that saying. This dude really called the most powerful being in the universe. Zenchan. How dare he? And then after he pretty much constantly knocks himself out, you have Wiz saying to Goku, "You know what? You should go back to Earth now. I'll tell Beerus the full detail of what happened, what transpired." So, yeah. So now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Zamasu and Gawas. So we have, from the previous episode, we have pretty much Zamasu and Gawas looking over the Barbary people, which pretty much like a humanoid / other planet, other whatever version of humans. So they've been watching them over the years and so on and so forth. So my bad. Zamus is watching and he's noticing how just how vicious people are. He said to himself, all these people all they use is force. They have no laws. There's no sense of justice. And you're seeing these guys, these barbarians, beat the shit out of each other with clubs, like, bah, bah, bah. And at one point, Zamas and Gawas, they're watching, and they notice from behind them that one of them is trying to bash them over the head with a club. And Zamas just stood up. Zamas just got right in that business, and he just blasted him off a bit, a few meters away. And then apparently the barbarian guy was just like, "Nah, we ain't over. I want to kill you." And then Zamasu had that look. And then, that cold, heartless look what we got flashes of in previous episodes. And then you see him prepare his right hand for that little blade attack. And he just slices the mother Canucker straight in half, much to Gawasu's horror. And he's like, "Zamasu, Zamasu, Zamasu." And it's like Zamasu was just you could tell it was just from the facial expression, you don't really know if he enjoyed it or it was more like he was just in the zone. You know what I mean? He didn't have time to think. He just did it without truly thinking about the ramifications of what he did. Because after Gawasu, after the fifth or seventh time he yells out, after Gawas yells out the seventh time to Zamasu, Zamasu seemed like he's in a trance. So later in the episode, we have Zamasu making Gawas tea. And Gawas says, tea is a representation of your soul. And he asks Zamas, so I wonder what this tea will taste like this time. Fear or doubt? And he asks Zamas, why did you kill the humans? And Zamas gave him a simple answer. I've been observing, so have you, that humans seem, that pretty much you tell me that we're all supposed to learn from our mistakes, including humans. But it seems as though humans don't ever learn from their mistakes. You know what I mean? They take things by force. There's no laws to it. And Gawasu says, listen, it's not our job. It's our job to observe them. And Zamasu's like, observe them? Well, the gods have failed to observe them. They failed in their justice. He pretty much goes in on God and saying, listen, when I became an apprentice to you, I thought I would be taught, justice. I've been taught fucking justice. These people are literally a cancer to their own civilization, and Gawa says, have you ever thought about good and evil? And Zamasu like, yes, I have thought about good and evil. Always. Good is to be eradicated, and justice is supposed to, is necessary for a good bloom. And Gawasu says something interesting, which he's like, I believe justice is literally a balancer. It keeps the balance. And he says if you go to the path of evil, if you fall down the path of evil, then it fucks up everything. It's constantly going back and forth. It's all about judgment. And he says that's pretty much the reason why human beings, that's why the gods gave human beings pretty much knowledge. That's why. It's for them to make the choice, for them to make the hard choice, decisions, and all that stuff, and to see where it goes from there. But Zamasu was like, listen, evil, evil is evil. The barbarians' violence were evil. I believe he said the barbarian people. Their violence was evil. Son Goku's arrogance and pride that he can trying to lay his fist on a gods, on a god or the gods, saying that humans' intelligence, the gifts that we gave them, is evil. Humans are evil because they use the very intelligence that we give them, like I mentioned before a few months earlier, to fuck shit up. And I believe after this point, Gawasu's like, listen, remember, you become strong and fight. You became a stronger fighter. Remember, your heart is light. And that it's great that you have this sense of justice, that you want to do good and all this shit. But you got to understand, you got to calm yourself down, and understand that there's much more to this. Pretty much the main message that Gawasu's been trying to teach to Zamasu all over the last few episodes. But Zamasu's at this point, Zamasu seemed like he's at the point of no return, which he's already made up his mind about what his stance on the humans are and how he's going to deal with it. Because the way he's talking is very Goku Black-like. So the way I interpret it is the fact that I feel as though maybe he took future Goku's body and used it and created Goku Black. Who knows? There's so many different ways it can go with the revelation of Goku Black and how it ties in to Zamasu. But pretty much the last thing we get from Zamasu to end the episode is the fact that to be an observer, to just observe as the gods do, is being delusional to the fact that they failed, and that being an observer is in a sense a crime. So that's pretty much the last we give Zamasu this episode. So we end this episode with Goku, Vegeta, and Future Trunks going to the time machine, which Bulma finally fucking fixed, and they are literally in the future right now. And Goku and Vegeta are kind of perplexed, especially Goku, about just how fucked up the future is. And we see Trunks knows Mai's hat. And he also notices, obviously, that Mai's not there. So he just sort of thinking to himself. And you have Vegeta chasing after him saying, Trunks. So Goku's walking around, whatever, and we notice these two guys who seem to be resistant people who's fighting the good fight against Goku Black to no avail. And they shoot these missile-like gun, whatever, rockets at Goku. And we end the episode on that mark. So thank you guys for watching and listening to this video. Like the video if you can. Subscribe to my channel. Write some comments down below. And this is your boy Josh Vision saying adios.